And as you know, in the previous sessions, uh, we were talking about procrastination. We were talking about, the things to do list. But obviously, when we, actually sit down to do all these things, then we again have a challenge that we are not able to complete, because one skill that is lacking is actually time management, right? So when multiple skills we learn, we execute them in tandem, then actually the magic unfolds. So today we are actually talking about those time management skills only. And many a times we feel that time management is only needed by students. And once again, that is a myth. From homemakers to professionals, each one of us, every living being on earth, needs time management if that person wants to achieve his life goals. So, let me ask you one question. Raise your hand if you ever say, I don't have time. I won't be raising because I know I never say that. I've stopped saying it. But whosoever says that I don't have time, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you for the acknowledgement. And keep it raised if you have binge watched an entire web series in one sitting. Yeah, I am a culprit of that. So I'm not the one who should be watching web series, right? So movies are better for me instead of web series. So, but you know what? We all have same 24 hours as Sundar Pichai, Priyanka Chopra, and that neighbor who somehow manages to exercise, cook elaborate meals, and post perfect Instagram stories. And the difference isn't in the hours they have, it's actually how they use them. So, time is like currency. You can either spend it or invest it. So, let me paint you a picture of modern Indian life. You wake up to 47 WhatsApp notifications, and before you even brush your teeth, you're already scrolling through good morning messages, news updates, and that one family group where your aunt shares health tips at 6 a.m. And by 9 a.m., you're rushing to catch the local train or stuck in Bengaluru traffic, already feeling behind. And your day, it becomes a series of reactions, responding to emails, attending back to back meetings, putting out fires, and by evening, you are exhausted, wondering, where did my day go? And here's the uncomfortable truth: time is your non renewable asset. Unlike money, you can't earn more time. You can't save it for later, and you can't borrow it from tomorrow. Every second that passes is gone forever. And yet, we treat it like it's unlimited. So think about this. You wouldn't hand over your wallet to a stranger and say, take whatever you want, but we do exactly with our time every single day. And here's where most productivity advice gets it wrong. They tell you to manage your time better, as if time is some wild animal you need to tame. But time moves at exactly the same pace for everyone. What you are really managing isn't time. You are actually managing attention, energy, and intention. And most of the times, I never use the term time management. It's actually life management, because time is always passing with every passing day, with every passing second. So let me give you a scenario every student and working professional will recognize. You sit down to study for an exam or work on an important project, and you have 3 hours blocked. Sounds perfect? Right. But here's what actually happens. First 15 minutes, you're checking if your phone is on silent. The next 10 minutes, you remember, oh, you need to reply to that important message. And then you think, let me just quickly check the news. And suddenly, an hour has passed, and you haven't written a single word. And the problem wasn't time. You had 3 hours. The problem was scattered attention, low energy, and unclear intention. So your attention was split between 12 different things. Your energy was drained from decision fatigue, and your attention was vague. So I need to study. Instead of, I'll complete chapter 3 and solve 5 practice problems. So, this is why the person who studies for 2 focused hours often learns more than someone who studies for 6 distracted hours. Right? We have seen maybe even ourselves, if you imagine your school time days, पूरे दिन पढ़ रहे थे कोर्स कितना कंप्लीट हुआ एक चैप्टर भी नहीं so that is divided attention right so there are people यार ये तो कभी पढ़ता ही नहीं दिखता बट तब भी अच्छा स्कोर करता है व्हाई बिकॉज मे बी ही स्पेंडिंग ओनली 1 hour बट दैट इज extremely focused 1 hour. So let me share a game changing concept time blocking. Group similar tasks and schedule focused windows. Now, time blocking is another technique of, let's say, life management. A couple of days back, we talked about the Pomodoro. Yes, that is a beautiful technique people use, and time blocking is another one. And once again, I have a podcast on this as well. So I'll share the link in the group after the session. You can have more detailed knowledge about it. So let's get on to this that instead of, randomly jumping between tasks, you batch similar activities together. Think of it like cooking. You don't cook one vegetable at a time. You prep all vegetables together, cook the dal, make the sabzi, and then assemble the meal. And here's how this works in real life communication block. That instead of checking WhatsApp every 10 minutes, you designate, okay, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. as your communication windows. So all messages, emails, and calls happen during these times. Now, initially, you might feel a little awkward while using this, but believe me, once you get down to this, even your contacts understand that you'll message them in that time frame and that actually works. Then deep work block. For students, this might be 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for focused studying. For working professionals, maybe 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. for that important project. No meetings, no interruptions, no social media. Then the admin block. All the boring but necessary stuff like paying bills, booking appointments, organizing files, gets batched into one focused session. I know a CA student, who follows this religiously. She studies accounts from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., handles all college related tasks from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., and reserves 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for family time and calls. No multitasking, no chaos, just focused blocks of intention. And the result? She covers more syllabus in 4 focused hours than her friends do in 8 scattered hours. You know, here's what we are going to do right now. I want you to think about your typical day and divide it into 3 essential blocks. Just think about it. Block one, deep work, 2 hours minimum. So, this is your most important work, studying or creating projects or strategic thinking. So, when are you most alert? For some, it's early morning. For others, it might be late evening. Find your golden hours and protect them fiercely. Like for all entrepreneurs, it might be strategic thinking or making business plans. And that requires undivided attention to grow. So look for those golden hours. Then block two, admin or communication. All the maintenance tasks of life, emails, messages, errands, meetings, instead of letting these interrupt your deep work, give them their own dedicated time. Then block three, self care, rest. Very important. You know, if we, in general, we say the professional work, the family time, there must be me time as well. So, exercise, meditation, hobbies. Now, this isn't selfish, it's essential. A tired mind can't manage time or life effectively. But here's the crucial part, eliminate one 30-minute time waster from your routine today. Is it mindless scrolling or watching random YouTube videos or getting lost in online shopping or gossiping with colleagues? Be honest with yourself. Find that one habit that adds zero value to your life and cut it out. That's an extra 30 minutes you've just invested back into your own future. Imagine if you invested just 30 minutes daily in learning a new skill. In 1 year, that's 182 hours, equivalent to full month of work. And in 5 years, you will have 910 hours of expertise. And that's how people become overnight successes. They invest their time consistently over years. See how just an half an hour can do? And your grandmother knew this instinctively. She would wake up at 5 a.m., complete her morning routine, prepare breakfast, and still have time for everything else. Not because she had more hours, but because she had more intention with her hours. So remember this, time spent is gone forever. Time invested pays dividends for life. So every moment you choose, focus, if distraction, intention over reaction, depth over superficiality, just think about it. I need focus, not distraction. I need intention, not reaction. I need depth, not superficiality. So you're not just managing your time, you're designing your future. So your time is your life. Invest it wisely. Starting tomorrow, implement your three block system. Your future self will thank you for the compound interest of focus time because the clock is ticking. Make it count. And with that thought, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today.